Dcuo video, and as promised, I am making a mental DPS loadout here for mental, as I said I would, because as you remember, I did switch my main villain character from Earth to mental just to do something different. So without further ado, let's get into the power trees here. I should mention before we get started that this loadout is very, very simple. Much like Ice, you're just pretty much going to run through the rotation, not use your weapon at all, and do some pretty good damage. But it's very simple to use, which is best for me because I play with one hand, as most of you know. So without further ado, again, let's get into. So in the telekinesis tree here, you want 3 down the middle, 1 on the left, psychic resonance. Then you want down the illusion tree, you want to go all the way down the middle, and you want grandeur over here on the left. That leaves you with 6 iconic power. So as per usual, always get your DPS ones first. Weapons expert, tactical genius for your critical attack chance and damage. Now these other 4 you can pretty much put wherever you see fit. I put them in the controller too, which is dominance here, and get some extra power, and then I put them in the tank powers just for some extra defense, some extra health. You know, wham bam, thank you ma'am. Nothing too fancy there. As far as the actual loadout is concerned, from left to right we have telekinetic push, phantom flames, telekinetic bolt, psychic resonance, grandeur, and mass terror. Now mass terror is going to be your power that is going to hit for some huge, and I mean huge numbers. So basically what we want to do is we want to start with psychic resonance, and that will actually help amplify the damage of mass terror. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to start with psychic resonance. We're going to go to grandeur. As you see there, it increases all damage by 35%. Then we're going to hit mass terror. As you see there, damage increased by amplified resonance, which we get from the psychic resonance. And then we're going to hit telekinetic push, which, as you see there, resonance is amplified and restores power. The ability can trigger this effect once per resonance cycle, so you do get a little bit of power back, and enemies will, as you see there as well, take additional damage when dazed, levitated, knocked back, knocked down, blah, 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 blah. Phantom flames. So this is another one. Damage roll. Resonance is amplified and restores power, so that is great. You get the kind of like the little bit of power back, and as long as you keep the resonance up, which you will do through the loadout, much like Ice is, you'll keep your resonance up, and therefore you'll have a chance to do much more damage. And then telekinetic bolt, once again, as you see there, enemies take additional damage when dazed, levitated, block, blah, 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 or when you have resonance. So basically the main gist of this loadout is you want to keep resonance. And the way that you do that is when you first come up to a group of adds or the boss, you want to hit psychic resonance and then go through your loadout. And as long as you can keep it flowing, your resonance will stay up, and you'll have the chance of doing a huge amount of damage. So what we're going to do is show you here. We'll go really slow. So first thing you want to do is hit your psychic resonance. Then you go to grandeur. Then you go to mass terror. Then you go just straight through. Now look how high these numbers are. So now essentially when grandeur is cooling down, you're just going to go through the loadout as it is. You don't need to hit psychic resonance again unless you get to a new group of adds. So once again, you get your psychic resonance up with the actual power, and as you see there, you get kind of like that funky little thing around your head. So there are like 100,000 there, and then you just literally go through. Look at that, 356,000. I mean, of course, now you have to remember with the differential is going to be, you know, nice and big, but I mean, like, look at that, 371,000 damage. You can hit for some huge fucking numbers. I mean, just look at it. So like I said, as long as you can keep the resonance going and have that little squiggly blind power shit around your head, you'll be able to hit huge numbers as long as you can keep the loadout flowing. And like I said, you only need to hit psychic resonance when you are like coming up to a new set of adds. So essentially, like if you go through the first time, okay, now let's say after this hit, you kill all the adds. So what you would do is you would just go back and do it again. You'd hit psychic. That's when you would hit psychic resonance for the second time. But as you can see there, I mean, it's really easy. It's very much like Ice. You get some power back. You can hit for some huge fucking numbers. And honestly, there's not much to it. You don't have to use your weapon at all. So I know I'll get this question because I always get a question on loadout videos like what weapon would be best to use for this power. And honestly, it doesn't really matter because you don't have to use it. As long as you have the power and you can go through the rotation, you do not need a weapon. You do not need your weapon mastery. So it does not matter what you use. So one more time. Let's go through it again. Psychic Resonance, Grandeur, hit your mass tear. See, now that hit for 320 some thousand, and then you literally just go through while Grandeur's cooling off. La-di-da-di-da. I mean, look, I don't know how much more simple it can get than this, and you're hitting for some huge numbers, and even the other powers are still hitting for decent numbers on their own. So with that being said, guys, I hope this was about, like I said, I think this is about as simple a loadout as you can get for mental DPS, and it does some really nice damage. So this should be fun to use with all the new episode 27 stuff coming out. But I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a try for yourself. Let me know what you like, and also give me some feedback if there's you know, maybe if there's a little difference in what maybe you use. But with that being said, we're going to conclude this video right here. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more Dcuo content on the channel. And until next time, we'll see you soon.